Hello, it's Pauline Douglas speaking from Inner Quest, and today I'm going to talk about universal energies and how they impact our life on a day-to-day basis and how we can use them for achievement in life. First, I'm going to take you back to a science lesson that you probably had when you went to school about the universe as an entity. It's a great big place. We don't really understand it, but what the scientists do understand at this point in time is it's made up of two states. It has nothing, which we call space, and it has agitated nothing, which we call matter. And of course, matter is everything solid or fluid or liquid or gaseous. And it really boils down to anything that has a vibration and frequency. How do we as human beings use those energies? Well, we believe we are part of the universal energies. We don't 100% understand intellectually how we connect to it, but we all kind of know. All the religions know, all the psychic practices know that we have some sort of relationship with that. How we interpret that relationship is that we can call upon it as a divine intelligence. It's like an extension of our own brain. We can tap into it and we can get the answer to any question that we might ask. We just have to have the right question. We believe it has a natural form of justice. So imagine that the universe was a ball of jelly. Big ball of jelly. Jello, blancmange, you're French, whatever. And you take your finger and you push your finger into the jelly and it will push back out at you. Usually at a greater frequency than what you push it in. Well, that's how we consider the universe works. So on a simplistic basis, if you work really hard in your life to get somewhere, you'll get somewhere. You'll be rewarded for that effort. The harder you work, the more you'll be rewarded in a greater capacity. It begins with the negative and positive processes happening in here. Even though the brain itself isn't a terribly intelligent piece of work, it's just a recording machine. It records and learns everything that we put into it. We have to really work on keeping it positive. However, if we do keep it positive, we're rewarded. So say, for example, if we're kind to people, we will attract much kindness back to us. If we are unkind, if we're cruel, if we tell lies, if we are narcissistic, it will come back at us in a greater form. If we do good deeds, sometimes, we can be working for years as a spiritual leader. We give our life to a charity or to doing the good of something, and somehow we miraculously get money from we just don't know where. We get looked after for doing that goodness. And of course, the joy that we get from doing those things is just out of this world. I'm sure you would agree. The universal energies are going to reward our positive and mental state. Typical negative emotions include worry and need. And every thought that you have is technically a prayer. It's conversing with the divine intelligence all the time. You don't know, you don't realize it. And it's going, yeah, you want that? Oh, no, you don't want that. Oh, yeah, you want that? No, yeah. Oh, you don't want that? Yeah. Are you sure? No, you don't. You don't. Oh, you don't know. Poor old confused universe trying to sort of give you what you want. But of course, if you don't know what you want, well, it's not going to know any better either, because it doesn't sort of think for you. It works by your command. You state clearly what it is that you want, and I mean clearly what you want, and you have to have trust. Of course, that energy of trust, which is the feeling of love, it's feeling of babies and feeling of puppies and feeling of, when you've got that, oh, I really trust that this is going to happen, then it'll come. So that's kind of how these universal energies work as far as positive and negative concerned. So if you're paying out money, be pleased you're paying out money to know it's going to be coming back at you. Isn't that wonderful? If somebody rips you off, oh, isn't that terrible? Don't worry, rejoice. So what you can know for sure is the universe is going to take it away from them in a much bigger way, and we are going to be rewarded almost 1,000 times that loss. So don't be worried about it. Rejoice. It's great news. As far as the energies of your body concerned, well, these are also connected to the universal body. In intuitive technologies, we have a relationship with the energies of our body, because we know that the body isn't just a flesh and blood pit, it has kinetic electrical charges, and it has an auric field, which is sort of like that ball of jelly, but it's around us. And this is our life force, and we get it through breathing and putting oxygen in our blood and sending around a form of magnetism. And our auric field is our health field. So that's also how we work with the universal energies. So our relationship with the universe, some people call it the field, some people just call it love. I'm asking love for this. If you don't ask for what you want, you won't get. The field doesn't care. You can ask it for $1 trillion and it'll find a way of giving it to you, as long as you have the strength and faith that you can have that. But going back, the negative and positive emotions that we experience, things like jealousy. People wonder why they don't get their love because they have jealousy. Just like with need and with worry, these are negative prayers too. We have these negative vibrations and positive vibrations. So be aware of those in your life and follow some of the virtue in a quest to maintain a positive mental approach and positive energy in your life. Well, that's what I thought I'd say today. Thanks for listening. Cheers.